What's up guys, macadii here, and today guys, a brand new team building video. Well, what we're going to be doing is having a go at building around Kartana in Pokemon OU. So if you guys are excited, don't forget to leave a like down below. I would really appreciate it. If we get this to 70 likes, then I will be doing a stream with the team, because obviously then you guys probably quite like the look of it. Let me know as well any suggestions of how to improve it and any changes you think might be best implemented, if there's any threats and things like that. And then by the time the stream comes, I will have worked on it and tried to improve it from there. So we're starting off with Kartana with the Life Orb and Beast Boost. The Choice Scarf set is pretty cool, but I do really like this guy as a really powerful wall breaker. Really nice mix of different attacks. We got obviously like the Leaf Blade and Smart Strike for stab. Night Slash allows us to take on things like Alolan Marowak a little bit better. And then finally the Psycho Cut helps us with, things like Mega Venusaur, any fighting types, and stuff like that. So I think it seems to be the sort of maybe the best mix. It depends on what we've got, how it's going to work with the team. We can always change up those coverage moves from there. We're going for max speed with max attack with a Life Orb, so we're going to be hitting really hard with this guy, so I'm really excited for that. The Beast Boost is going to be boosting our attack to sky high levels, which is even more crazy. So yeah, should be really good fun, and I'm excited to give this guy a go. So I had to think about how I want to go down this team, what route I want to go for basically, and I had to think, and I was like, actually, I've not built a Sticky Webs team yet. And considering Kartana's got good speed, insane attack, really nice coverage, it seems fitting that it could form pretty well on a Sticky Web team where it doesn't have to rely on the Scarf. Like 109 under webs is crazy fast, and it means that you've got to have like a Scarf base 110 or above to actually be able to outspeed you, and that's not been particularly common at the moment. They've been sort of normally there's not a huge amount of teams that have a Scarf at that speed, so having Kartana there, being able to outspeed their entire team is going to be something that's going to be really fun, especially with that Beast Boost. So we need to have a Sticky Web user on our team. We could go down the like the Galvantula route if we wanted to, or we could go down a slightly more unconventional route to what I normally do and go for the Smeargle option. And I think we're going to give Smeargle a go. It's a Pokemon I've not used a huge amount, I must admit, but every time I face it, it is always a bit of a pain. We are going to go for the Focus Sash set with Own Tempo, with Sticky Web. Let's see, we want Sticky Web, we want Taunt on there, we want to have max speed, probably Stealth Rock and Spore seems to be our best bet. Having something that, having ability to be able to put the opponent to sleep helps a lot with putting pressure on them. We can start stacking some hazards up, which is really nice, and with Taunt we can stop potential defogs, and also, stopping things like Mana Buzz from defogging and stuff like that, and also potentially stop rocks from being set up on our side, which reduces the pressure for us immensely. So I'm going to go for Sticky Web, Stealth Rock, Taunt, and Spore. So that should be quite interesting, and I'm excited to see, just give Smeargle a go, because as I said, I've never really used it, and I think it has got potential on a Sticky Web team like this. So we need to think of some other ways of being able to abuse the fact that we got the Sticky Web up, but we also need checks as well to make sure that if the Sticky Web isn't up, we're not just going to get blown back and stuff like that. So I kind of want to go down the Xurkitree route with the Tail Glow, because Xurkitree is a pretty spooky guy. We can go for Leftovers if we want to, or we can go Life Orb. I might even just go Life Orb just for like all-out damage output with Thunderbolt. This is the tricky one. We want to be able to hit things like Alolan Marowak pretty hard if we want to, because at the minute, I guess Kartana can still hit Alolan Marowak pretty hard, but Alolan Marowak's always a real pain, and it is always a really good check to this guy. Unfortunately, I think outside of like a hidden power, water or hidden power ground or something like that, I don't see too many ways that I'm going to be able to handle those guys, but I do kind of need the hidden power ice as well, because it helps me a lot with like a lot of the dragons and stuff like that are running around. So we could go for him. It depends if we want to go for sort of like an anti-meta set at the minute, or we want to be going for just an all-out one, because I don't know exactly how much damage a let's have a look. How much would a hidden power water do, or hidden power grounds, say for example to a Spadef Alolan Marowak? So if we just blow that back, because 99% of the time they will be switching into Alolan Marowak. Let's have a look. Marowak. So if you're the Alolan Marowak, 252 with a Spadef nature with Calm, let's just say for example, I know it's normally careful, but Xurkitree with 252 in special attack at +3, so we Tail Glow on the switch with a Life Orb. I think we're going to be doing a huge amount of damage to that guy. considering a HP Ice does 37 to 44, that means it's going to be doubling. So a ground HP ground. Oh, it's going to be doing even more. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, because the HP Ice is resistant. Okay, so we do just blow back an Alolan Marowak with a Hidden Power ground. So I'm actually leaning more towards that. And looking at it, we might not even need Life Orb on the Sky if we don't want to. We could even go for like a left. I don't know. I don't really feel like leftovers though really helps us. I think we're going to go for Life Orb. I'm going to go for Hidden Power ground as sort of something a little bit different, and sort of, as I said, a bit of anti-meta. Destroy their Alolan Marowak, which is always a really nice thing to have. And then I think we're going to go for Energy Ball. We are going to struggle a little bit versus dragons, but I'm just trying to think. We still hit pretty much most of them neutrally, so I think that should be okay. And we've got the rest of our team, which we can use to handle the rest of them from there. So that's pretty good. We're going to go max speed, max special attack, and the last 4 EVs will just pop into Spadef, just because that means that... Actually, we want to go probably that way around, so it means that we're more likely to be able to handle a Genesect going for U-turn and stuff like that, if it's Scarfed. What else do we want to have on here? Let's see. Another Pokemon that could abuse Sticky Webs pretty well, and fits really quite well in this metagame at the minute, is Mega Pinsir. Because we got the Xurkitree, and I mean Kartana to extent helps us a lot with what's called Celesteela. They're mainly Xurkitree, I must admit. So I think we're going to go Mega Pinsir, because Mega Pinsir under webs, being able to outspeed so many things, it gives us priority as well, which is really nice. So I think we're going to go for that. So we're going to go for Quick Attack Return. Close Combat, I think, is probably our best bet, because that helps us with Celesteela. Otherwise, we are completely walled by that guy. I'm going to go Timid with the Swords Dance. I want to be able to maximize my speed, so... Oh, not Swagger. We don't want Swagger here. We want the Swords Dance, because that enables us to outspeed Scarf-based 100s, like Scarf Rachi and stuff like that. Or if it's a Celebrate Rachi, that's also... or Celebrate Happy Hour Art Rachi and things like that. It's going to be useful to be able to outspeed that guy. So I think that's pretty nice. We're going for like a hyper offensive, I think, with this sort of team. We do need some way to be able to handle Tapu Koko outside of webs, because at the minute we do get blown back quite a bit with that guy. So we do need some way to be able to handle that. I was having a think about it, and I think one way we could go about that is actually going in for something a little bit more old school, which I do really like in my Sticky Web teams, and that is Nidoking. Because Nidoking does quite a few different things. It helps us a lot with Tapu Koko, because we resist both its stabs. We will take a decent amount, like we won't be religiously switching it in, but it's going to put them off going for that Volt Switch every single time, which can be really, really crucial. It also gives us another option to be able to wall break with 4 different sort of offensive moves. Another way to wall break Celesteela as well. I think we should be able to take a Heavy Slam without too much trouble. Let's see, Celesteela. You're normally not offensive. We'll say you're just the defensive set versus Nidoking. How much should we do? Okay, Heavy Slam still does do quite a bit of damage to us, but we are able to get this in at least once, which is pretty nice. And we're going to go for Sludge Wave, obviously, Earth Power. Do we want Fun? No, we want Fire Blast. We definitely want Fire Blast, and probably Ice Beam as well. It looks to be our best bet. In terms of coverage, the other options we could go for, we got the Fire Blast, that's fine. We could be going for, let's see, I guess Thunderbolt's our other option, but I don't see much advantage outside of, I think Ice Beam works a little bit better for the opposing ground type, ground types trying to resist the Sludge Waves and things like that. So I'm going to go for a max speed, Timid one, with the last 4 in Spadef. So this is looking quite fun. As I said, I'm interested. This is more of an experimental one, more than anything. Just hyper offensive, set up webs, and just pummel them and try and stop them from trying to defog from there. We do need some sort of checked sort of offensive teams, because if they are very, very offensive and we don't get webs up, we need to be able to have a check to that. So by the looks of things, the best bet to that, which does coincide, it's a little bit non-productive with Pinsir, I must admit, but I still think it fits the rest of the team pretty well. And it gives me an answer to Dragon Spam and stuff like that, is Tapu Lele with the Choice Scarf. So we get Choice Scarf with Psychic Surge, with Psyshock, Moonblast. What else do we want? Psyshock, Moonblast. Him Power Fire. Or do we want Thunderbolt? I think we're going to go Thunderbolt with this. I think that's probably our best bet. And then we're going to go for the Focus Blast. So that's going to help us versus things like, whatchamacallit, Ferrothorn and stuff like that. And we're going to go for a max speed Timid set from there. So I think that's what we're going to go for the team. It's a little bit, as I said, it's very, very hyper offensive. I haven't seen anyone use Sticky Webs yet, and I haven't tried Sticky Webs yet, so I'm not sure how exactly it's going to perform, but I'm really interested to see how the team works from there. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this team builder. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you guys at the next one. Macadii out.